The next episode, though,
is Attack of the Prehistoric Pokemon, episode number 48, the last episode of this episode of our podcast.
the last episode, the concluding episode of the Charmeleon Quadrilogy.
Wait, was Charmeleon the last episode?
Yeah.
He was,
Oh, he
right?
wasn't, but he wasn't, like, in.
Yeah, but he was a part of it.
He was, like, one of the Pokemon that fell asleep, too.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what would have been great? If Charmeleon just rampaged against Jigglypuff and, like, burned its vocal cords.
That'd be great, yeah.
So that way Jigglypuff could never sing again.
Someone make that a cartoon. I wanted to see that now.
That and My Heaven and Misty / Jigglypuff's Hell would be Misty wrongfully sending out Jigglypuff and saying, "No, Jigglypuff, f*** you, I don't want you!" Like she does with Psyduck, but it's Jigglypuff instead. And Jigglypuff just gets mad and doodles all over Misty's face, and it's a never-ending cycle.
I think that would be my hell. Having to watch that.
It'd be my heaven to like be able to watch that from a TV like every once in a while, but like, yes, these characters deserve each other. They deserve each other.
Alright, so this episode 48 opens up with Ash and company like coming across this what's it called? Beautiful Grandpa Canyon?
Beautiful Grandpa Canyon.
Pretty great name for a canyon.
They call it Grandpa Canyon later, but I think they just missed the beautiful part.
Yeah.
It's beautiful Grandpa
It's
Canyon.
obviously Beautiful Grandpa Canyon.
The narrator was not calling it beautiful. It is called beautiful.
Beautiful Grandpa Canyon.
And Gary's back!
God.
We have very different opinions on Gary.
I am so glad Gary's
Barely in this episode?
barely in the anime at all. Yes.
Like, he shows up to say, hey, here's what everyone's doing. Great.
Yeah,
I'm Indiana Jones.
Like, if he's a rival, like, have him battle Ash every once in a while. Heck, have him kick his ass. I don't care. But he just shows up, and he's got the annoying voice of Gary.
Because he's Gary.
Gary.
He smells you. Okay, he says smell you later. How annoying do you expect him not to be? Like, he's going to be
Smell
that
you
annoying.
later.
Yeah, but you're a grown adult, man. Like, Gary's 10.
Smell you later.
That was arguably annoying. Just like Gary. So I say he's fine.
Just because, like, his character's is annoying doesn't mean that, like, he can be... he's so annoying. His voice is like listening to someone tear apart cotton balls while also scratching on a chalkboard with a fucking rusty nail.
Do cotton balls make a noise when you're ripping
Yes,
them apart?
they make a terrible noise when you break them apart.
I've never broken apart a cotton ball.
Do it.
Okay.
And listen to the sound it makes.
Okay.
It's a terrible sound.
I might
It's
bring
a
in
terrible
cotton
sound.
ball for the next episode.
No, because I hate that sound.
Oh, okay. Well,
Although I might listen to that over Gary, because I hate Gary. But he's hardly in this episode. He's in it for like a second.
he just introduces the concept that people are searching for fossils.
Yeah, and then he
For
finds
some reason.
fossilized poop.
Do they ever say that you can revive Pokemon from the fossils, or are they just...
I don't
Hey,
think
they're fossils.
Yeah, I don't think they say that in this episode. They're just like, yep, got fossils.
Okay,
There you go.
Then in that case, that makes Brock's statement make more sense. It's still weird that he says it, but...
Yeah, because Brock says,
I wrote this one down.
you did? You wrote down exactly what he says?
Actually, no, I didn't write it down, but I just said that. He's a bad rock Pokemon trainer if he doesn't like taking out fossils.
Yeah, because what he says is he's like, I don't like to dig up fossils after they've been resting for so long. And I was like, why? What does it even matter?
Like, they're rocks.
Yeah, just... what? They're not asleep, Brock. They're dead.
They're dead. They're not even, like, actual, like, living.
There's
they're not
nothing
even...
sentient in them.
There's nothing organic in them.
They're just dead. Brock, you weirdo.
They're dead. Come on, you're a rock gym leader. You should be, like, reveling in this. Rourke would be disappointed in you.
Yes,
As would the... What's the name of the dude from the second gym leader in Kalos? He's a rock climbing dude.
I have no idea.
Bonus points for whoever can tell us that one. Without looking it up. Because I'm really going to look it up too.
I can't remember the guy's name at all. Why did I write this? I wrote, oh look, all the most annoying characters of the anime in one episode. I think it's because Team Rocket appeared, and then right after that, Jigglypuff wanders in.
And so is Officer Jenny.
Officer Jenny. Yeah. Sexy voice, but annoying character.
That's so weird that you find her voice sexy. I'm
sorry.
do.
Like, I think Officer Jenny has a sexy voice. I apologize, but, like, it's a thing. It's what I feel. It's what I feel in my heart.
She just sounds like a 15-year-old girl to me, but...
Yeah, she does not sound like a 15-year-old girl to me, but whatever.
Yeah, it's bugging me that they don't have a reason for wanting the fossils. Like,
yeah,
why all these people want fossils.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, we'll just dig up the fossils, and then I guess we have them? Yay.
And is this, like... Does this happen every day? Because there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, there are. It is crowded as
Like, is this a big tourist attraction in Kanto? Like, it's weird. I don't understand the economy of Beautiful Grandpa Canyon.
Beautiful Grandpa Canyon. I do not either. What happens? Like,
so
they come across Team Rocket.
And Team Rocket has the beautiful plan to just blow up all the fossils.
Yeah.
And gather them by using dynamite.
And then we spend, like a 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute
scene of Squirtle terribly aiming at
the fuse of the dynamite that
they lit. Long fuse.
It's like a mile-long fuse.
To be fair, that's probably how long dynamite fuses should be with that much dynamite.
That's true.
But, like, why doesn't Squirtle just aim in front of the match? So that way it will either hit the match when it passes, or it'll make the rope wet.
So that when the fuse gets there, it'll go out. Because Squirrel's not that smart. I mean, he's trained by Ash.
That's fair.
What does he say? Ash says, keep squirting.
Keep squirting. That's what she said.
Great line. Yep, that is what she said. So they get to the bottom and they blow up.
They land in front of the dynamite. And Pikachu, in a sad
attempt
of trying to figure it out, electrically shocks the dynamite, saying, maybe that'll work. It's going to explode anyway. For the love of God, I have no other options.
Poor Pikachu.
It doesn't work. It explodes. They all go careening into the depths below, where they meet all these fossil Pokemon hanging out.
They do. They all look, well, specifically the Omanite looks high as
The Omanite's only high as because it's like got the droopy eyes.
Yeah, it's got the droopy eyes.
Everything else is on like steroids or something.
On uppers, man.
Like with the
on meth.
Ooh, meth.
Not even one.
Man. You know what? No, it's crack rock because they're rock types.
Nice.
So they're all really, really aggressive. These Kabutops
and
Kabutos and
Omastars. Because, like, I guess they've been literally just asleep underground, and no one's found them.
I mean,
whatever.
They're rock types. They can do what they want.
So Ash, this is important. Ash looks up like all the Pokemon on his Pokedex. I don't know if it tells them their types,
but theoretically it would just say like on the side.
On the side, like water, rock for all 4 of these Pokemon. And even if not, look around you, Ash. Use your common sense. Like, you're in a cave. These Pokemon look kind of hard and are like crustaceans. Like,
and that one's clearly, and not those 2 blue ones are obviously water type.
So what? So obviously the Pokemon he's gonna send out is Bulbasaur, right?
Yeah, that would be
that's the Pokemon he always sends out anyway.
Effective.
Yeah. Or if not, maybe Pikachu, since it does look like they're water types. Or
Squirtle. Maybe any Pokemon that really like just takes his commands to heart and doesn't lay around or go overly aggressive.
But nope, he sends out Charmeleon,
the single worst,
literally the worst choice. Like, even Pidgeotto would have died.
It only has like a single weakness. But Charmeleon is weak to both of their types.
My God. You're supposed to know things, Ash. You're not supposed to be like this aggressively stupid.
So Charmeleon's attacks don't work.
No, well, I think it just kind of goes to sleep or something.
Yeah,
it doesn't give a shit.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
because it's Charmeleon.
Neither does Pikachu.
To be fair, it's because Ash tells Pikachu to use Electric Shock, which isn't a real move, which means Pikachu has no idea what Ash wanted it to do, so it sends out the closest thing it can do, which is a weak-ass Thunder Shock, which doesn't do a lot of damage to a fully evolved Kabutops, which is at least level 40.
It just bugged me that...
That's why it didn't
just bugged me that Pikachu used an electric type on a water-rock Pokemon. It didn't affect it at all, but 40 episodes ago, it knocked out Geodude with one hit from an electric attack, which is part ground
And completely immune.
and completely immune. But this is a children's show. Why should I care? Just semantics.
So,
They wake
chase
up,
scene happens
yeah.
forever.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot. That happens for a long time too. They just kind of chase around.
Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
And then eventually the rock Pokemon start fleeing in terror because Aerodactyl shows up, who is carnivorous. And Ash doesn't know what carnivorous means because he's not educated.
That is pretty funny that he doesn't know. He's 10, and he's probably never read a book, and he's on a Pokemon adventure. He doesn't have time for books.
Dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs, but before Pokemon came out, dinosaurs were my shit.
Same.
So I would not. So if I were in the Pokemon world, I would naturally assume, oh my god, Aerodactyl, that's the best Pokemon ever. Oh god, it's a carnivore, it's gonna eat us. And I would be 6.
Yeah. No, he has no idea. And it grabs Ash, and everyone above ground has finally moved away Brock's and stuff so that they can try to get down into the cave where Team Rocket and Ash
Brock
are.
actually sent out Geodude to help.
Yeah.
That nonsense.
It's just like, good job, you used a Pokemon.
We're getting there. Slowly. Take your time.
Maybe in a few episodes he'll send out multiple Pokemon. I don't know. Maybe we're going to see Onyx when it's not asleep.
What nonsense are you smoking, Forrest?
I don't know. I'm just hopes and dreams. This is what I'm smoking.
So Ash is being abducted by the Aerodactyl. Pikachu and Charmeleon hitch a ride and then jump down once the Aerodactyl flies out of the hole.
And Aerodactyl is taunting Charmeleon, and that makes Charmeleon quite pissed off.
So pissed off, in fact,
that he evolves.
He evolves wings just to fight Aerodactyl.
Which it does. I don't remember the fight. Is it a good fight?
Not really. I think, Charizard, evolves and is flying and chases Aerodactyl, and Ash says, Charizard! And Charizard's like, yeah, okay, hi, roar.
And it
starts
flames
breathing
him.
fire at Aerodactyl.
Yeah, that's about all they do.
And Misty says, watch out, Ash! Because Ash is in control of that situation.
Yeah.
So then Jigglypuff shows up.
It's been in the background for the whole episode.
It has been?
Yeah, it showed up early on.
Oh.
That's why I wrote that note earlier.
Oh, I didn't even know. Was it just one of the characters you saw in the bird's eye view or something?
No, it was it came in, it was trying, I think it was just kind of wandering around aimlessly, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I remember
it saw the
rocks,
formation.
yeah, and it imagined a stage. It didn't get there for whatever reason. It was just kind of a waste of animation.
No,
honestly.
It didn't get there because Brock and Misty were disassembling the rocks.
Yeah.
And then Jigglypuff was all, my stage. I'm mad. I'm a Jigglypuff. I'm a fucking bitch.
I hate that thing. But Misty hooks it up to a... Why was there microphones and speakers and
You obviously need microphones and speakers and at an archaeology dig. How else are you gonna tell the diggers to keep digging?
I have no idea. That's a good point. Alright, so Misty hooks up Jigglypuff, just sing your goddamn song. So Jigglypuff sings her goddamn song.
And Charizard's plugging its horn ear things while it's flying.
Aerodactyl falls asleep. They
conveniently lowers Ash as it's falling asleep.
Yeah, so Ash doesn't die.
Oh, no. It drops Ash. Charizard catches Ash, and then they fall asleep. That's what happened. That made more sense. Okay, I'll give the episode more credit for that then. And so, Aerodactyl conveniently fell in the hole.
Did they plug the hole back up? Yes.
No. Do they?
I feel like they probably do, because later, at the very end of the episode, Officer Jenny's like, hey, there was never an Aerodactyl here. We're going to conspiracy this stuff.
That was nothing. It was only a dream that you all had collectively brought on by Jigglypuff.
And even Gary, who this is the third time he's appeared in the episode on screen, is like, oh man, I really thought that was a real Aerodactyl. Sorry, I might have went overboard on my Gary
A
impression.
Aerodactyl!
We got a little overboard on my Gary impression.
But then anyone could think, wait a minute, but Ash's Charmeleon evolved during a Charizard, and he also happened to roll over an egg that was just sitting there.
No, that didn't happen.
So if those two things happened, then why didn't Don't think about it! Okay, Officer Jenny.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, Ash has the Togepi egg. Well, it's just an egg for now, but everyone knows it's gonna be Togepi.
Oh, not people who are watching it for the first time.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's an egg.
A mysterious egg.
A mysterious egg. And they're at the end of the episode, they're just fighting over who wants to have it.
Who wants to have the egg?
Yeah.
And then Team Rocket is
underground
still with the fossil Pokemon, who are now hanging out and are cool with Aerodactyl, apparently.
As long as they're all asleep, I guess. It's cool.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode. Yay.
Hooray.
Hooray. So what'd you think of this episode, Nick? Did you give a good rating?
I did. I'm giving this one a 3.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What'd you like about it? I want to know.
Okay, so... it wasn't the strongest storyline, but it was cool. We saw fossil Pokemon. Charmeleon, as short-lived as it was, evolved into Charizard. And we had the closest thing we had to a battle in a while.
That's sad.
Actually, that's really it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still giving it a 3 because I'm rewarding things that are major plot points.
Yeah.
And Ash found the mystery egg. But it's not a 4 obviously because it
dragged.
It could have been edited.
My God, those chase scenes, that's all my memory is right now, is of the 3 big chase scenes. Them chasing after the lit fuse, them being chased by the fossil Pokemon, and then Ash on Aerodactyl being chased by Charizard. That's all my memory of this episode is.
And then Jigglypuff comes in.
And
now
so
we're
needless.
establishing the pattern.
Yeah.
So
needless. So this is just such a... It's like they had an idea for an episode, but then they couldn't fully realize it. So they're just fossil Pokemon. Ash falls in a hole and there's fossil Pokemon. How's he get out of the hole? Oh, Aerodactyl picks him up.
Are there any flying Pokemon? There's Aerodactyl. Great.
We'll do that one. What else? Charmeleon evolves Charizard. There we go.
Oh, fantastic. Boom. Wow, that is a huge coincidence that we have 2 flying types.
That is good. Yep. Yeah, all right, we got this. This episode's good.
I really want Brock to have a Kabutops. That'd be badass.
Yeah, well, he does in the games.
He does.
Yeah.
He has a Kabutops and an Amistar.
It'd be nice if you caught the Kabuto or whatever. But no one ever catches and adds Pokemon to their party in this show. It's just... Especially
not, cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think the most exotic Pokemon that anyone has is Misty Starmie.
Yeah, that and... if you want to count Charizard...
I mean, yeah, I'll count it.
You don't sound happy about it.
I'll count it because it's a fully evolved Pokemon, but I'm not counting it because it's a starter Pokemon.
It's just not... None of these Pokemon are one of the pre-approved, marketable plush toy Pokemon that we can sell, so therefore they don't deserve to be owned by anyone.
The characters
rosters, yeah.
Roster.
Exactly. No, I didn't really care for this episode. Just not enough.
How many Voltorbs does it have?
I gave it 2 Voltorbs. It just didn't have enough meat for me. Not enough was going on. Originally I gave it 2.5. Right after seeing it. But after sitting with it, it's just not enough actually happens for me in this episode.
You know what? I think you convinced me. I'm changing mine, everyone. 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
Because the lack of actual story does hamper it a lot.
It does.
Hinder it a lot.
Yeah, because I remember Charizard Charmeleon evolving into Charizard. That's why I knew that I had seen this episode before. Other than that,
nothing.
Totally forgettable. Completely forgettable.
What about the dinosaur? What about the fossil Pokemon poop?
Isn't
that cool?
The fossilized poop was the highlight of the episode.
That's actually not what fossilized poop looks like. It just looks like little rocks. My dad and stepmom had brought one from a museum that they went to once. And it's like, yeah, it's fossilized poop. It's pretty cool.
Did you keep it? Did you like...
It's at my dad's house somewhere.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I hope that someday in the future, there's a little, like, talking dolphin or whatever, and it, like, owns my poop in a jar. Just, like, a fossilized poop. It's like, this is from a great prehistoric animal. It's a poop. And therefore,
you have to
part
start
of
pooping
me,
out in the forest then.
a part of
In
me,
the woods.
part of me can be important when I was not in my life.
Jesus.
So anyway, that's our anime review segment. Yay!
I got really dark.
When do they not get dark, Nick?
I think there was one collection of episodes that they were all pretty good and not bad. Like, we were happy with them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's happened once, I think.
I don't think there's... I think there's only been, like, maybe one episode that we've done where it's like we've both at least mildly enjoyed every single episode.
Was it the one that has the Sandshrew guy?
No, because there was, like... I think that was in the same group of episodes as the School of Hard Knocks.
Okay.
And you know how much I like that episode.
Right.
So, no.
Damn, a 4-star and a 4 full torb and a 1 full torb.
In the same episode of our podcast. Do you want to go ahead and pick a number for Pokemon of the day?
Yeah, 136.
136. Okay. Swalot.
Okay, can you start picking the Pokemon from now on? I'm either picking Pokemon I hate or Pokemon I don't like.
I have an opinion about.
I have no opinion. Like, it's a pretty muck.
It's got diamond patterns on it.
Again, pretty muck. That's what it is. I don't think I even have it in my PC box.
I do. I used to use mine a lot more, but then like I found other poison type, like pure poison type Pokemon that did its job just as well, if not better.
Okay, I do, but it's one that I literally just evolved.
Like all you did was evolve for the Pokédex entry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Swalot's a pretty forgettable Pokemon, unfortunately.
It's a forgettable Pokemon, but from what it looks like, it does have a nice niche as a poison type that has support moves.
Yeah.
Like, it has Encore.
Yeah.
You don't...
they poison and then Black Sludge and Swallow or whatever.
This one's like poisoning the opponent and then you can do nothing else.
That's true.
I applaud your slow death.
Alright, so let's pull up Mr. Swalot's stats. I actually really like its design. It looks like a Yoshi villain. We got a little mustache and diamond patterns. I don't know what the diamond patterns are about, but they look interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing Gulpin had one diamond pattern, so
Probably.
This one's just the evolution.
I bet what it is that they put the diamond patterns on it so that people wouldn't get it totally confused with Muck.
Probably.
Yeah.
Here, look up what it's based on. Maybe that'll tell you.
Cool. Alright, so Swalot's origin. My god, this is one of the smallest trivia/origin sections on Bubblepedia.
Hey, at least it has trivia. I've seen some trivia that's nothing.
Yeah, but then they'll have like longer origin sections still. Trivia. So this is the entire trivia section for Swalot. Trivia. Swalot is the only Pokemon base stat total of 467.
Oh, wow, that's pretty...
Thank God it has that, or else it wouldn't have anything.
Wow.
Origin. Swalot's appearance may be based on a single giant poison gland. Swalot might be based upon generic organisms that use pseudopodia.
And for those who are curious what pseudopodia is, it is... If the computer will let me load it.
There you go. Temporary
plasma-filled projection of eukaryotic
cell membrane
eukaryotic cell membrane or a unicellular protist.
Pseudopods may be used for motility or for ingesting nutrients of other particles of matter. Basically,
it digests.
Yeah, it's based on I think it's basically based on like stomach acids. And
Because
that
that's
kind
what
of
it's
thing.
all its Pokedex interest is.
Yeah.
Its entire body's its stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
It has a mouth. It can eat. Great.
Yeah. The Swallow I have is very stally. I think I just gave it like toxic infestation stockpile.
Oh, so your usual bullshit.
Yeah.
Stall.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Abilities. Liquid Ooze, sort of useful.
Yeah, like against,
Situational, but yeah.
like if you have a Swampert and they're about to use Giga Drain, you're like, no,
Exactly.
I have a Swallow. And they're
Exactly.
like, oh, well, I knew you had a Swallow because I saw it in your little team thing before the battle, so I will use Giga Drain.
Unless I'm choiced into it now, but that's dumb.
And then I'll say, well, you, you're a jerk. And then they'll say, well, I don't care. I don't exist. This is only hypothetical.
The ability mine has a sticky hold. I like that ability. It prevents you from getting messed up by knockoff.
Right, but like, how often is I don't use knockoff a lot. Like, the only Pokemon I have that have knockoff are like, I think of my 100 or something trained Pokemon. Wow, that sounded really braggy. I didn't mean to be braggy. But
no, yeah.
of all the Pokemon I have, like, I think only like 3 of them have knockoff.
Yeah, especially now that it's not Move Tutor. Once it gets back into Move Tutor, I guess with the next game, whatever, it'll probably be much more common again. But yeah.
In Stars and or Sun Moon 2 and or
whatever they come
Gen
out
4
with
remix.
next. Yeah, Sticky Hold is one of those abilities that's kind of situational, but I do find knockoff really annoying when people use it against me, so I like being able to use it. And then its hidden ability is Gluttony.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It makes sense too.
It does.
I noticed a trend with hidden abilities is that they fit the Pokemon.
They do.
Like, it is... Oh, look at that. Swalot's all about stomachs, then it has Gluttony. Great.
There you go. Especially for Pokemon that were released before hidden abilities became a thing. Because now hidden abilities are more like the better ability that it's harder to attain it. So Swalow's a pretty cool Pokemon, but you're not going to see it a whole lot.
Yeah,
I
I won't use it.
Most things it does are other Pokemon that do a better job.
If it were in the Smogon tier or any tier, it'd probably be like, what?
My guess would be
barely
NU.
used and never used.
My guess is that's in never used.
But not PU. Not.
No, because if Swallow does get a chance to set up its defenses, like it's
because it's got the whole stockpile thing too.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough to take out. But that being said, it just doesn't have it, especially offensively. It just doesn't have enough going for it. So. All right, so that's our Pokemon of the day, Swalot. Yay!
Swalot. I've decided we should do what we think the Pokemon would sound like in the anime if we haven't seen it yet, or if we have seen it, we do the impersonation of the anime one, and also do how we would have done the voice.
So, Swalot.
Okay, that's gross.
All right, you got anything else for this one, Nick?
Let's see. Random topic conversation of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay. How much experience do you have with the side games of Pokemon?
Do you mean like the 3rd edition, like Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Orange?
No. I mean like the not main
Pinball.
I'm like Pokemon Pinball,
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
anything on a console,
right?
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Ranger.
Literally, I think the only game outside of, if you don't count Pokken Tournament and Smash Brothers, the only other one that I've ever really played is Pokemon Pinball.
Wow, that I have not even played Pokemon Pinball.
Have you played any of those other games?
I've played the 2 GameCube games, XD and XD Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum. I've sampled and demoed Super Mystery Dungeon. Mm-hmm. And I tried Pokemon Ranger and Pokken Tournament, the Pokemon Stadium games, and the stupid Pokemon Stadium ripoff that was for Wii. Also, I played that one.
I liked Pokemon Pinball. Okay,
Yeah.
It's not a great game because it's one of those games that's just from the nature of it that's really hard, especially for like those like handheld games from like the 90s.
You can't the screen doesn't show you enough in order to
That
properly
too.
react.
That too. Yeah, that too, definitely. But like, it's hard to progress past a certain point because once you lose, you have to start all the way over from the beginning, no matter where you are. Yeah. So I think it was like once you got like 3 balls in the hole in a row, that was it, game over.
Damn.
So it kind of sucks. My question was going to be of the side games that you have played, what do you think of those in comparison to the main games?
So the ones that stick out to me of the most that I've played are the ones that are most similar to it, which are the GameCube games.
So like Coliseum and stuff?
Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Right.
Because those are story games. You're playing through, you're catching, I'm quotation marking here, Pokemon.
And having battles and stuff.
Having battles. But it's more competitive, though, because they're all double battles. You're catching, fully evolved Pokemon. Or Pokemon that are, trained and have, special moves and stuff. So, as corny and as overly complicated as the stories were, because, I had the hardest time in Coliseum catching Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're, I'd be trying to steal a Raikou from one of the team admins, and their other Pokemon's like, haha, f*** you! I'm thunderbolting you, and this Raikou is causing shit to you. So, I would have game overs, all the time with them. But that was part of the challenge, and that's what I liked. They brought the new challenge. They brought the adult-centered challenge of Pokemon to them, is what I'm trying to say. And I appreciate it for that. Mm-hmm. I wish we had that in the Wii U. We do have Pokken Tournament, which is along those lines, just in a very different direction.
Yeah. What do you think of Pokken Tournament overall? I think we talked about Pokken Tournament on this podcast already, but...
We did... Did we talk about, actually playing it?
I think we did briefly, yeah. But, since you have forgotten what you said before, what are your new thoughts now that I've put you on the spot?
Well, now I have, it's been forever since I played it. The last time... I actually had a friend over the other day who I just happened to... He was like, what games do you have? I'm like, well, I have this one. It's great! So we played that, and then he just spammed Mewtwo's Hyper Beam, and I'm like, well, you're a dick.
Nice.
So then I just spammed Garchomp's Dig.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh, okay, this is how we're playing? Great. The last actual time I played was this...
Sun and Moon Midnight Release?
The Sun and Moon Midnight Release.
Yeah, because they did a Pokken Tournament.
And I almost won.
Yeah.
That guy was a dick with his Charizard.
My problem... That guy was a with his Charizard.
He kept spamming me against the wall. I'm like, dude, let me live!
Yeah.
Let me grab you so I can kill you!
My problem with Pokken Tournament, and I actually think it's a pretty decent game from what I have played of it. I haven't played it a lot, and I haven't had the, urge to play it more. My problem with it is that it's a little repetitive and a little lacking in variety.
Well, this is the crux of a lot of fighting games.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I think Pokemon Tournament it's a gorgeous game, so maybe this is why it doesn't have a lot of variety. But I don't think we needed 2 Mewtwo's. I like the second Pikachu. I genuinely like Pikachu Libre, because its moveset is different.
And it feels like a different, character.
Yeah.
As opposed to the new Mewtwo.
Yeah, there's regular Mewtwo, and then there's Dark Mewtwo.
Yeah.
The Shadow Mewtwo, that's the villain of much of the game.
Yeah.
They have slightly different movesets and different, final moves, but...
Otherwise, they're pretty much the same exact
Otherwise,
thing.
they're both overpowered legendary psychics.
Yeah.
And plus, they have Sceptile and Blaziken, but not Swampert.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
And also, I know we didn't talk about this. The Japanese arcades have, I think, either 3 or 4 new Pokemon. And the Wii U never got any of those Pokemon. Yeah. So, there's Darkrai was the first one.
Oh.
Then
nice.
Caesar.
Oh, nice.
Krogunk.
Oh, nice.
And Empoleon.
Wait, Krogunk and not Toxicroak?
Krogunk and not Toxicroak.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just a little mischievous like, oh, I'm poisoning you? I don't know. I'll double team you now and just cause a bunch of clones to fall on top of you.
And what's the last one? Did you say
And
Napoleon? Napoleon, right on.
And Napoleon had like this like regalness to it that only a 3D beautiful articulated game could really capture with it. And yet we don't have that on the Wii U as DLC.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like maybe the Switch will have a port and it'll have all those characters on it.
And granted, I haven't played through like the game from like start to finish and all that, but
I have. It gets repetitive.
I bet because there's not, as opposed to something like Smash Brothers, which is really fast paced, and every character has very unique movesets, while also every like move in the game is really easy to use. Mm-hmm. Because of how simple the controls are. In
Pokémon Tournament, as well as every other like fighting game, you have to remember like the combos. And
which I hate.
The button combinations. I'm like, just let me do simple moves. I want to...
Forward B, that's all you need.
Forward B. And it does do, like, as far as in the genre of fighting games, it is simple.
Yeah.
Like, we could be doing, like, f***ing Hadokens and, like, fancy-ass moves, like, that you have to move the control stick, like, so many times before you can do something. It's just the one direction for the most part. But a little nitpicky thing that I had with it, in the story, you progress through, like, the championships.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this.
And, like, in D-League, story-wise, that's where, like, everyone is. Like, everyone's in D-League, and you have to battle through that. And yet you only have to battle, like, 10 or 20 battles. But then when you get to S rank, which is only the elite of the elite, there's somehow, like, 100 battles, 100 people you have to go through in order to get to the top of that.
100 people when there's only, like, 20 Pokemon in the game? That has to get at least a little repetitive.
It does. Like, people will use the different support sets and stuff, but seeing the actual Pokemon, you're like, okay, how am I gonna...
How do I be Gengar again? Okay, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, they have a Gengar, damn it.
And that seems to be the kind of general theme with all of... From my understanding, again, I haven't played through most of them at all. But from what I've heard other people talk about the side games, that seems to be like a general theme for the complaints is that, like, there's just not... There's more repetitiveness and not enough variety in the games.
Now, I haven't played them through, but Pokemon Ranger, I think it does get not repetitive.
Uh-huh.
But I don't like the idea that you can't, like... You're capturing Pokemon, yet you're not actually keeping the Pokemon. It makes sense because you're preserving nature, but it takes away the fundamental lesson that they teach you in the main games. I
am interested in playing Mystery Dungeon. I don't understand what those games are about from what I've seen online.
It's
I get that you are a Pokemon and
you're a Pokemon and you're in these roguelike dungeons. Mm-hmm. That you try and get treasures or save Pokemon from and stuff. They're cute. From what I've played, they're cute. My wife actually has been specifically working at her job, so she can get like her job gives out points that you can use to buy stuff at the job. One of the prizes is Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, nice.
So she's specifically saved up for that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe one day I'll play those and I can give you a good opinion.
We'll come back to this. This is a part one.
Part one.
Part two will be
probably like 6 years from now.
6 years from now, when
whatever
we have children
and we finally made it to the generation 6 of the anime or whatever.
Generation 6. Well, we won't have caught up, but we'll be where we are now. By then, it will probably... 6 years? That's going to be...
2 more generations, probably?
2 more generations, probably.
So we'll be at Generation 9?
Do you think we'll have 1,000 Pokemon at the end of Generation 8 or at the end of Generation 9? Or not even till 10?
They have been releasing fewer Pokemon ever since Generation 5. Like, Generation 5, they released another 150, but other than that, they actually don't release 150 anymore.
No, they only have been releasing 60-something and then another 60-something.
Yeah, they've mostly been focusing on like megas and alternate forms and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I think it'll be a while. I think they're actually trying to not hit 1,000. I think that is their real goal.
I'm looking forward to it though so much.
1,000 Pokemon will be that is a lot of fucking Pokemon.
Can you name all the Pokemon on top of your head?
All right, let's go. Ready? And Bulbasaur. I'm not doing that today.
Oh, okay.
That's not going to be today.
Yo, you know what would be a good game? A good drinking game.
Name Pokemon until you can't think of one, then you drink.
Then you drink while you think.
You drink while you think. Oh God.
It's the Sates game, but with Pokemon.
Oh God. I would probably die.
You might not. You know a lot of Pokemon.
I know a lot of Pokemon, but
like if you were playing like elimination, you'd probably win against the average Joe.
I was about to say, hopefully it's elimination so that I wouldn't die. That could be another spin-off game.
The Pokemon game.
Think while you drink. Drink while you think.
Drink while you think.
All right, Nick. Any last words to our audience before we sign off?
Why'd you get up the Pokeball? You're not supposed to! God, I hate you! I wish I never caught you in the first place! I love you.
Your neighbors are going to think you're murdering someone.
My neighbors yell all the time. They're fine.
Okay, great. Goodbye.
Goodbye.